Live. Hey everyone, and welcome to another episode of Onsen.
Onsen Ripples.
We have some ripplers here. We're creating some big ripples. So last week I said that, or actually last year, I said that we'd be doing some new things, bringing some guests on and talking about the onsen itself. And we have some guests here who've been staying with us all the way from somewhere else.
Where?
Well, I'm going to let them talk about it. So
Okay.
anyway, I hope everyone's all right. But these are our guests. Please introduce yourself.
My name's Paul.
Hello, Paul.
How you going?
And the lovely wife.
Hello.
Oh, there you are in the back there. This part here, this one's one of mine. So that's our darling little daughter. And we have over here
Hiya.
Maya and Leon. Welcome to our episode of Onsen Ripples. Now,
We got guests.
we got guests. Do you want to quickly introduce yourself? How long you've been here? Not in the onsen, but in Japan, or?
Well, I've been here since the 30th of December, but I did used to live here a long time ago. That's how I met Claude.
That was a while ago.
That
Yeah,
was a long time ago.
That was a while ago.
More than 20 years.
And another little connection there with your wife, isn't it? With these two.
We went to university together.
Yeah.
We met when we were 18, 19.
Yeah.
Teenagers.
So yeah, you have one of those international marriages. Yeah, and you guys got married in
99.
99. Where?
We got married in Perth, Western Australia.
And that's where you guys are from?
Oh,
The Western Aussies?
Yeah.
I was there at the wedding.
It was.
It
Yeah.
was fun.
But then we also had a reception here in Japan.
And I
you
was
were
there.
Yeah.
So we did the
With this connection.
all these connections, and
The
now,
muso.
well, yeah, occasionally I like to play. She's the muso.
She's good.
She's very good.
Very good.
So look out for her. She'll be having a new CD coming out soon. And he's the karate man.
Yeah.
So you guys are on a little trip now. You come back occasionally, but the whole Corona thing has stopped you from coming
Yeah,
back.
3 years break. We're coming back every
We
year.
missed you.
We missed you guys.
Yeah, and it's not the same over the. It's nice the physical side
Contact.
of things. Yeah, we're very tactile. But one of I don't know. We've been doing these shows here. It's about onsens and stuff. So we'll forget about our little reunion, but talk about the onsen a little bit. So, first question: as a foreigner in Japan, what's your impressions of onsen? Did you have any issues all those years ago, or was it? You still have issues now
With onsens in
Yeah.
general? Oh, no, just maybe the procedure and what you can do and what you can't do. And being a foreigner, everyone's looking at you in the beginning, but you just got to make sure you do everything that the Japanese do, and it's all sweet.
It's all sweet.
Sweet.
Yeah. Did you have any? You're living in Perth now, right? Like, that's your home. You still call Australia home. Yeah. Just leaving.
Yeah.
I was just curious. Do you have any onsens in I don't know too much about the Western Australian side of things.
No onsen in Western Australia.
Nothing?
No onsen in Australia altogether.
So
Yeah,
I
apparently
think
it
there
is.
is.
Where?
Not in your area, obviously.
No.
but-
It's too hot.
Yeah.
Well, that's the other thing. Australia's a different one because Australia's also got no water, so being like 80% desert. So what is how do you feel about the bath situation? Do you miss it at all?
Yes, I do miss having a Japanese style bath because our bathtub is shallow and
Yeah.
it doesn't have good insulation, so you fill it up and it just goes cold straight away.
Yeah.
So
So what do you miss about it? Like, because obviously you guys grew up in Australia but you've got that onsen culture behind you as
Oh.
well. So
the onsen culture, like an everyday bath, is different to the Western style bath, and I don't use the bath very much.
so you just shower in that?
I just use shower.
And is that like a real miss for the onsen? Or now when you come back to Japan, what do you feel? Do you, I want to eat this food, or because I miss it, or is the onsen a part of that?
Yeah,
Miss?
that's something I look forward to.
Yeah, I know.
What's coming here?
Yeah. I mean,
That's
so
it.
is it you guys too?
I thought it
To
was-
do with the
I thought it was to see us, but
It is. It's
It's
just a bonus.
It's a stitch deal.
yeah, I'm gonna
Yeah.
throw out some questions to the kids here. Yeah. So now, what do you think about the onsen culture? Like, you grew up in Australia, but you've been coming back to Japan quite often. Do you have any? Is it just like nature to you now? It's like, this is what.
Yeah, I mean, since I grew up coming here so often, onsen was kind of normalized for me. But then as you get older, you realize how different two cultures are. And some of my friends that are actually coming to Japan a bit later, they're worried what they'll think about an onsen, seeing strangers naked.
So that's the big thing. I think everyone's got the issue with, like,
Yeah.
just being naked. And how do you cope with it?
I
You're
think
like,
it's
what are you, 21 now?
21 now, yeah.
Happy birthday for yesterday.
Because I'm used to it, so it's like I know that there other people aren't thinking that it's weird, so it's fine to be seen.
So you've got your friends coming from, I guess, university buddies. And do you have to, do you teach them anything, or do they just, like, they're all, do you have to, like, say, hey, this is it? You're going to just let them go?
Oh no, it's definitely they're always asking questions as well. So
They do? They're
I give-
interested?
They're very interested, so give them plenty of warning to teach them what to do and what not to do. And they already know about what an onsen and stuff is as well. So
Did they ask you questions in Australia, though? Other people, like, they're curious about your Japanese heritage?
well, because like food and stuff is becoming popular, they do ask every now and again, but it's not a huge thing since it's such a multicultural country. Everyone's a bit different.
Okay. And the boys tend to be a little bit shy. I know the girls, in the onsen, the girls are a little bit more comfortable with the nakedness and things like that. The boys tend to be a little... 17 years old.
Mhm.
How do you find it? I know, can you remember the first time you went to an onsen?
Would have been here.
Yeah.
Here?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Well, then you get spoiled a little bit, I think.
But I don't know, it's like when I say there's an onsen, like what it is to my friends, they're like, that's weird, like to get naked in front of your friends and stuff like that. But then I don't really, it's different because when you're in onsen, it's just strangers. But then if you were to with your friends, then you might feel like self-conscious and stuff. Well, I don't know.
Oh, see, I
It's
never
good.
thought of that. That's an interesting point. Yeah. And so you've got some friends coming over too, or just, and your main onsen experience has been with your mum, though?
Yeah.
Or do you go in by yourself
I'm not, I went with Nemo once.
with Nemo? Okay, so you still got a little bit of a family sort of thing going on.
Yeah.
And how does that compare? Would you go in by yourself? Would you feel comfortable enough, like as a 17 or a 16-year-old?
Yeah, it's fine
Yeah.
if I wanted to.
And are your friends at school, do they ask you about things like that, or do they mainly ask you about the food? Or
No, they ask a lot of questions, like, and stuff. But then I'm also willing to, like, share the culture. So,
any onsen questions?
not really.
No, mainly, yeah. So, well, that's a part of the program, and why I'm doing it in English too, is to try and get these people to, from other countries and foreigners who might have some issues with onsens or have some issues about, getting naked in front of friends or family and stuff like that. And then, because it is, for me, it was always a little bit different, coming here, and I never really got into it at all. And I love the onsen. It's great, but like in Australia, I never ever got naked in front of my friends. It was just one of those things. So, yeah, but I'm just curious.
For the footy club.
Yeah, football
Yeah,
players and that, they have open showers, don't they?
Not really. Well, they do now, I guess, but yeah, it was all in kind of like segmented rooms. Yeah. And when I was growing up playing any kind of sport, we always had sport on the end of the day, and we got covered in mud, and we just walked home like that. It's like, I'm going to go home and have a bath and relax, or a shower. And it was never a bath, like I said about the Australian thing, with the lack of water. I remember growing up a couple of years there was some drought, and we had like really heavy water restrictions. Like there was no washing cars or anything like that, and you could water the plants, but it had to be between 3 o'clock and 3:20. And then your neighbours were calling police on you. It's like, oh, this person was using the water at 3:21. So it was, heavy. And I understand that. And I'm still not comfortable with so much water around me all the time. I'm constantly turning taps off and I'm like, dude, I was using that. But so how's it been this time? Do you find it's changed at all with the onsen? Do you still feel that that's one of those things that you love about Japan?
Yeah, I enjoy coming here. But the privilege of staying overnight is to be able to use the bathroom
When no one else is around.
There, that's
The peaceful time.
Yeah.
How'd you go, Leon? Did you have a bath this morning?
Yes, I did have a bath.
Because last night you were just gone. You were out of it. After all the massages and the baths, I think you were just finished. And did you have a bath this morning?
Yeah, I did.
Any times you prefer? Morning, night, evening?
I like if the night was a less busy,
Yeah.
like the morning, like the 6:30.
Yeah.
It's kind of ambient when the like orange lights are on at the night time, and you can open the window in the cool bath and have some cold wind going in your face.
Yeah, it's good.
It's a great onsen. When I first imagined this place, I was just imagining a very small place on the flat ground. But you come here and you've got a beautiful view of the city, and you can see that from the onsen at night as well. It's really beautiful.
We spotted
And it's
some
huge.
squirrels before too.
Yeah. A little bit of nature there as well. It's nice. There's another question I wanted to ask. I can't remember now.
He's getting old.
Do you have to explain? Like I had to explain to Maya about the floating things in the water.
I already knew.
Yeah, but you were making sure.
It wasn't
What
something-
did all this do looking around?
So for people who are watching out there, it's nothing floating around in the water. It is what.
That's the best part.
Yeah, it's a
Of the
more onsen. So in this area around here, in the Tokachi area, we do have the more onsen, which is all the goodies that come up from the millennia of filtering through decay and don't make it sound good, but basically all the peat and things that are floating around there have probably been underground for millennia, and it's actually what this area is known for is that more onsen, which is a beauty product, moisturizing.
Yeah.
And
Beautiful.
My skin felt so smooth after.
Really?
And it's
Shiny.
You look like a baby's bottom.
It's not bad for 99.
Nah. You definitely don't show your age. Do you notice that though? Like I know the older people and some of the Japanese traditional onsens, they go in for a specific reason and they went there. I know you talked about the ambience and stuff, but what about the actual water? Did you notice anything? Is that important to you, or do you just?
I just like it feels good.
It just feels good
Not
for some
my
reason.
skin, but
Yeah, but that's not the reason why you were in there. And did you spend a long time? What's it? How many minutes, hours,
Days. How long
do you
were
get? Yeah.
hold on though.
We go into the cold one and cold one.
Yeah.
I went in like 4 times, is it?
Yeah, I went 3 times.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
It's easy to lose track of time though when you're in there. You're just
Oh,
chilling
yeah.
out.
You guys waited
That's
for a while.
Yeah, it's great. We only came out because we had to get out of the room. But
We've had enough of you. Get out. Or did you notice anything about the water? Is that why you went there, or while you're sitting there, what are you thinking about that, or just like, no, I'm just relaxed, man?
just chilling out.
Just relaxing.
Well, that's good too. Yeah. Well, that's good. Well, Nima, do you have anything to say?
You're so quiet today.
Yes, but that's all right. She's there for the viewing. So that was our episode of Onsen Ripples, and this is the Hallam family. You can catch them. You want to plug anything in Perth?
No, but just come down to Perth. You'll have a great time.
Check
That's
out the fresh water, the Swan River.
The freshwater Swan River.
Ripples
Some
there.
sharks and some are brown water.
Yeah.
Right. Well. But I mean, Perth is brilliant. Absolutely beautiful place.
Beautiful beaches.
Yeah.
You guys are very lucky to live in such a great place. It's a beautiful part of the world, and it's so big. Yeah, it really is. I was surprised how actually Western Australia is just huge.
It is.
So I think about a third of Australia.
That's, yeah.
It's the size of third of America. Pretty
Well,
much.
yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
But that's just one state. You greedy people. All of that to yourself, man.
Beautiful, nice weather.
Mm.
There's dolphins around. It's hot. It's hot, but it's good. It's better than -30, I think. 50.
Speaking about that, just the hotness. Did you feel any different with the hot water and the cold water? I mean, I know it's winter now, and you love the onsen. Would you come in summertime for an onsen? Have you?
Yeah, because you go
Summer
in,
here is like winter back home.
I feel like when you go in it, it's like nice, but then when you go out, it's like, wait, is this summer we're talking about?
I think so.
That's the other thing.
It would just be just as good.
Green leaves though on the outside.
Yeah.
Even if
Oh,
we here
yeah.
during the summer.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
the scenery is way
Green.
nicer than it's in the summer.
green.
Yeah,
That's the point.
I see.
Wow.
And obviously in autumn we get autumn leaves as well.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
different
actually.
colours,
Well,
yeah.
that'll be the next one that you come to. It'll be the autumn time. It's actually quite. Yeah, every season has its own little flavour. But guys, we're going to have to say goodbye to you now, and then you've got to go back and hopefully we can.
Go.
Yeah, you can.
We'll be back.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, hopefully you will be. It's so nice to catch up with anyone, family, friends, even anyone out there. So hopefully, you can take word. And another one, mainly because I think some people were interested with the kids situation, how do they bring their kids in and stuff like that. So it's definitely a family thing.
Yeah.
You don't have to go by yourself. The whole family thing's all a part of it. But thank you very much, everyone, for watching. And we'll catch you soon from Clan Hallam. Bye.
Bye. I can't see.
Yeah, we're still
There it is.
there. You go.